LeBron James' tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers has been marked by high expectations, monumental achievements, and undeniable disappointments. But has it truly been a success or a missed opportunity? The answer is nuanced, reflecting both the magnitude of LeBron's greatness and the weight of the Lakers' storied history. When evaluating LeBron's time in LA, the most undeniable fact is the championship he brought to the franchise in 2020. Despite the unique circumstances of that year, playing the NBA bubble during the COVID-19 pandemic, winning a title is never a small feat in any season. In any scenario, securing a championship is a pinnacle of success. So yes, LeBron's time in LA has been a success, as any team that captures an NBA title is, by definition, successful. However, the Lakers, a franchise steeped in history, are no ordinary team, and LeBron, the second greatest player of all time, is no ordinary talent. With LeBron at the helm and an assortment of top-tier talent surrounding him, expectations inevitably rose. The question then becomes not just about winning one championship, but about the potential for more. The Lakers have had other star players during LeBron's tenure, Anthony Davis, for example, and the hope was that this pairing would lead to multiple championship runs. But that hasn't happened. Instead, the Lakers' seasons have been inconsistent, leaving fans to wonder whether they truly maximize their star power. LeBron's greatness has raised the bar so high that anything less than sustained success in the postseason feels like a missed opportunity. From a fan perspective, it's hard to ignore the sense of unfulfilled potential. When a player of LeBron's caliber arrives in LA, the hope is that his influence will lead to more than just one finals appearance. There was a time when fans, particularly those in the Lakers faithful, envisioned LeBron taking this team to the finals multiple times, not just once. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. While the one championship is undeniable, the lack of sustained finals appearances is a disappointment, especially given the talent at LeBron's disposal. LeBron's Lakers career is often compared to his time in Miami and Cleveland. Miami, where he won 2 championships and established an iconic dynasty with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, remains the pinnacle of LeBron's career. Cleveland, where he led the team to a historic championship in 2016, also stands out as one of the greatest achievements of his career. By comparison, his time with the Lakers, despite the title in 2020, does not reach those same heights. When comparing LeBron's runs, Miami sits at the top, followed by Cleveland's second chapter, and then his stint with the Lakers. His first run with the Cavaliers, while successful, doesn't carry the same weight as the other two, largely because it lacked the supporting cast that LeBron needed to truly compete for championships. The Lakers' 7-year run with LeBron has been a roller coaster, filled with both highs and lows. In terms of longevity, it ranks as one of his longest stints with a single team, only rivaled by his initial years in Cleveland. Yet, despite this extended tenure, it has not been as successful as many anticipated. The expectation was that LeBron, with the backing of another elite player in Anthony Davis, would consistently lead the Lakers deep into the playoffs, if not to another title. But injuries, roster moves, and coaching changes have hampered the team's ability to build on that initial success. As LeBron enters the twilight years of his career, questions arise about whether this is the worst stretch of his NBA journey. While it might be too harsh to call it the worst, it certainly represents one of the most frustrating phases of his career. He's still playing at an elite level, an almost unparalleled level for a player in his 40s, but the team around him has often fallen short of expectations. The addition of players like Luka Doncic, who had high hopes of being the next great teammate for LeBron, hasn't led to the sustained championship contender status that was envisioned. Instead, the team has been plagued by inconsistency and a failure to adapt to the challenges posed by teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves, a squad that, for all their merit, should not have been able to dominate the Lakers in an elimination game. The Lakers' struggles, particularly in the postseason, reflect a larger issue with the team's construction. LeBron and Davis, despite their talents, haven't been able to carry the team on their own. The coaching staff, too, has come under scrutiny, with rookie head coach J.J. Redick unable to solve issues in the postseason, such as the team's lack of frontline size, which proved to be a significant weakness against teams like Minnesota. Redick's failure to adjust, despite his impressive basketball acumen, highlighted the limitations of the Lakers' coaching staff and the team's inability to respond to challenges in real time has been glaring. For all the greatness LeBron has brought to LA, it is difficult to ignore the fact that the team hasn't reached its full potential. The Lakers should have been more competitive, and the addition of players like Doncic only served to highlight how far the team still had to go in terms of team chemistry and execution. It's hard to deny that, when considering the talent on the roster, LeBron, AD, and Doncic among them, the Lakers should have been a more formidable force in the playoffs. As for Doncic, his potential is undeniable, but whether he can help the Lakers reach the promised land is still in question. At his peak, Doncic is an all-time great, but the issues of conditioning and health are always looming. He may one day surpass Dwayne Wade in terms of overall career achievements, but that remains to be seen. In the meantime, the Lakers find themselves still in search of the right combination to ensure that LeBron's final years are not just a flash in the pan, but a sustained contender. LeBron's legacy with the Lakers will ultimately be defined by that lone championship, but it's hard to ignore the feeling that there could have been more. For a franchise with 17 titles and a rich history of success, one championship doesn't feel like enough. The Lakers are a team accustomed to greatness, and anything less than that leaves a sense of incompletion. Fans had hoped that LeBron's arrival would spark a new era of dominance, but instead, it has been a mix of triumph and frustration. If one title is all that LeBron can bring to LA, it may end up being viewed as a missed opportunity, a tantalizing glimpse of what could have been.